Question 22. Two of the fractions below are equivalent. Circle them. Now I'm going to show you two different ways of doing this one. To get equivalent fractions, remember, if you can simplify a fraction, the simplified answer is equivalent to what you started with. So it might help us to try and simplify some of these fractions and see if it helps. So, can 2/3 be simplified? Well, the only thing we can divide both 2 and 3 by would be 1. And if you divide them both by 1, you're going to still end up with 2/3. So that's not going to help. With 6/10, they're both even numbers, so you can divide them both by 2. What happens if we do that? 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now let's simplify 9/12. 9 and 12 are both in the 3 times table, so we could divide by 3. 3's into 9 goes 3 times, 3's into 12 goes 4 times, that's 3/4. Now 10 and 15 are both in the 5 times table, so divide by 5. 5's into 10 goes twice, and 5's into 15 goes 3 times. 16 and 20 are both in the 4 times table, so we divide by 4. 4's into 16 goes 4 times, 4's into 20 goes 5 times. Now then, let's stand back and take a look at what we've got. Can we find any matching pair? Well, straight away you should be able to see that this 2/3 here matches this 2/3 here. So 2/3 is obviously equal to 2/3, but remember what I said, if you simplify a fraction, the answer you get is equivalent, which is what it says in the question, to what you started with. So 2/3 must be equivalent to 10/15. Therefore 2/3 and 10/15 are equivalent. So that's one way of doing it. The other way you could have thought about it is to have just done it by trying to spot which fraction can you multiply both numbers by the same thing to get another one of the fractions. Well, 2/3, if you multiply both of those by 5, so 2 times 5 is 10, and 3 times 5 is 15. You will, again, if you multiply both numbers in a fraction by something, you will get an equivalent fraction, as long as what you're multiplying by is the same number. You multiply the top and bottom by the same number, it's an equivalent fraction. Whichever way you do it, you should get 2/3 and 10/15. But I personally recommend that you simplify everything first and see if anything matches.